Gilbert Gottfried is no more. On the 12th of April 2022, Gottfried's family released a statement confirming that he had passed away after a long illness. As per the reports, the legendary comedian was suffering from an autoimmune disorder, but the last few years of his life were extremely low profile, and most of his fans had no idea what their idol was going through. As precious as he was, Gilbert's death at the age of 67 has left his fans and fellow artists in agony. And here's how the celebrities are honoring the late stand-up comedian. First, we have Jason Alexander. Actor Jason Alexander thanked the late comedian for all the times he made him happy. In his tweet, Alexander said that Gilbert made him laugh during the times when laughter didn't come easily. He added, saying the comedian was truly a gift, and even though he didn't know him well personally, everything he shared with him was close to his heart. The two never got to work together. However, Alexander did join the late comedian for one of Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast episodes. And we know one thing, the podcast will now become a heartwarming memory for Alexander. The next reaction is from Kelly Rizzo. Gilbert Gottfried was a great friend to Kelly Rizzo's late husband, Bob Saget. When the Eat Travel Rock founder learned about the demise of her late husband's best friend, she was extremely saddened. Later in her tweet, Rizzo reflected on Gilbert's friendship with her husband. According to her, the two shared a special bond, and Bob loved Gilbert dearly. She also shared a picture of her husband and Gilbert having dinner together alongside Jeff Ross and Norm Macdonald late. In her tweet, she expressed her love and support for Jeff Ross as well. And at the end, while concluding her condolences, she noted that she couldn't stop thinking of Dara, Gilbert's strong and amazing wife, who was there for him till the very end. It was a very strong and overwhelming reaction from Rizzo, as she herself has been through a lot during the past few months. It hasn't been long since her husband and world-renowned stand-up comedian Bob Saget passed away. It's sad that along with Bob's passing, she now has to deal with the pain of her husband's close friend's death. Then we have Jeff Ross. Back in January, Ross lost his friend Bob Saget, and now he had to bid farewell to another great friend. In his tweet, the stand-up comedian shared the last moments he spent with his late friend Gilbert. Ross told the fans that he got to say the last goodbye to his friend Gil, after which he left quietly. Later on Instagram, Ross shared some memorable pictures with his late friend and captioned them, saying no one ever made him laugh as hard as Gilbert did. He was a wonderful pal and a great dad to young Max and Lily. Ross also talked about Gilbert's wife, Dara, and said his heart goes out to her as she always took great care of her late husband. In the end, Ross requested the fans to keep laughing so that his friends Gil, Bob, and Norm could hear it from the heavens. It's worth noting here that Gilbert, Bob, Norm, and Ross were actually best friends, and sadly Ross is the one who had to grieve all of his pals' deaths. Up next, Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien also had a great relationship with Gilbert Gottfried, and to honor his late co-artist, O'Brien recalled the time when he first met Gilbert during the 80s. According to O'Brien, Gil was definitely one of the funniest people when on stage. However, he was even funnier in person. In his social media post, O'Brien revealed that back in 1985, he watched the late artist perform for the first time, and when O'Brien entered to applause, he repeatedly said, "Thank you." O'Brien says, "It was the nerviest, funniest thing I had seen." He concluded his post by saying that losing such a delightfully funny and sweet man makes him feel sad. We agree with O'Brien because it's true that no one will ever be able to fill the space Gilbert has left behind. And then we have Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller and Gilbert never had any close relationship. However, the two had worked together in a 1991 film. Both of them are great artists, and when you belong to the same community, the feelings of love and sympathy come naturally. Just like that, when Stiller got to know about the tragic demise of his co-star, he didn't waste a second and presented his sympathy to Gilbert's family. Stiller also recalled the time when he and Gilbert sat together on a flight to Los Angeles. According to Stiller, he has never laughed as hard as he did on that flight in the early 90s. He added, saying Gilbert would do something hilarious and wouldn't stop until the person next to him stopped laughing. God, he was funny. So funny. Up next, George Takei. George Takei's honorary words for his pal might actually make you cry. The 84-year-old actor wrote a tweet saying, "I shall miss you, my friend, my sometimes foil, my always pain in my side, usually from the belly laughs." Takei further wrote a prayer for his late pal and said that the heavens congratulations must be much louder now that you, Gilbert, are there. Always keep them smiling and shaking their heads in happiness. The friendship between the comedy legend and Star Trek star was an unexpected one, but each of them had their fair share of memorable moments at roasts. However, roasting each other never meant that Takei and Gilbert disliked each other. Instead, their sweet and sour friendship is something most of us wish to have. And now we have Marlee Matlin. Just like others, Matlin also had a fond memory of the late comedian to share. The CODA star expressed her grief and wrote that she was very, quote, sad to read about the passing of Gilbert, unquote. She added, saying that the late artist was a politically incorrect and funny guy, but he was always a softie from the inside. In her social media post, she told the fans about the time when the late comedian pranked her while they were on the same flight. Apparently, Gilbert had changed seats with Matlin's interpreter Jack Jackson, who might actually be his long-lost twin brother. Next is Jennifer Tilly. On the set of the movie Goosed, Tilly had the chance to spend some quality time with Gottfried, and we think those memories will keep her up at night. After all, the guy who made her and the other cast members laugh until they couldn't breathe is gone, and it's hard to believe that anyone would ever be able to even act like him. While talking about Gilbert's passing, the actress said that he was maybe the most adorable guy she's met throughout her career. While recalling the time they spent together on the set of Goosed, Tilly said that everyone loved and adored him. And then Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill also grieved the death of the legendary comedian and tweeted, saying the star had a unique and distinguishable voice in the world of comedy. He was one of a kind, unpredictable, and most importantly, irreplaceable. Hamill also thanked the late comedian for the lifetime of laughter. Next is Joy Reid. The MSNBC correspondent had interviewed Gottfried multiple times, and the two shared some common interests as well. Reid took over her social media and posted a video of herself while she interviewed the late comedian. Along with the video, Reid also paid a touching tribute, saying, "Posting this to laugh while I cry," she added, saying what a funny guy Gilbert was, and paid her deepest condolences to his family. Our next reaction is from Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin had also gotten the chance to work alongside the late comedian in the past, and we believe Gilbert left a lasting impact on her as well. After the comedian's death, Griffin shared a heartbreaking tweet. From her tweet, it seemed like she wasn't expecting to hear news like that, as she posted saying, "Oh no, Gilbert," along with 3 broken heart emoticons. And now some other reactions to Gilbert Gottfried's death. Apart from Gilbert's close friends and colleagues, many other celebrities, including Bridget Everett and Meghan McCain, also expressed their grief through social media. Bridget paid her condolences by commenting on the official post confirming the comedian's death, while McCain said that she loved Gottfried's comedy and has even watched the documentary on his life. She added, saying, "I wish God would stop taking away all the people who make us laugh when nothing feels right." But his fans were also devastated by the news. Along with his peers, hundreds of fans mourned the death of their favorite comedian. For some, he was just a comedian, while for others, he turned up as a savior. From dressing up as Yoda on Jay Leno's show to lending his voice to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' Krang Subprime, Gilbert Gottfried will always stay in our hearts. It makes us sad that the man whose life mission was to spread as many smiles as possible is no more. This video is dedicated to the funniest guy ever, and we hope that he makes the heavens laugh with his bright jokes. For now, this is all. You can always share your opinion about our videos in the comments below. Keep smiling and laughing because that's what Gottfried would want you to do. We'll be back with more news and updates soon. Till next time, goodbye.